Hello, Namaste. This is Neeraj here once again, and welcome back to my channel Financial Market Analysis Twist by Neeraj Shah. So, in today's video, I wanted to discuss something regarding what the G7 has taken some decision regarding the energy sector, financing of this, and its impact on the overall energy market and in the economy and in the coming future. So before starting this video, you please, if you like this video, you please put a like so that maximum people can benefit from this and share it. And also I have a different format where for the personalized investment consultancy and portfolio management and business consultancy, you can contact me by sending me an email. My email details are in the description box down below. It is on the paid basis, very nominal charges are there, and then we can start that process once you send me the request, and then I can send you how we can do about it. And also request all of you to please watch this video till the last moment, because I will not be only be talking about this energy sectors, this G7, but overall the market and the sector also, and how this inflation and everything will go out, so that you get the all aspects into the full perspective. And also in a disclaimer before starting, there's all the views expressed here in this video are based on my analysis of the data available in the public information, and anybody taking decision regarding investment or the selling or buying, they are requested to do their own due diligence and research before acting on my advice, as I am in no way responsible for their investment decisions. So let's start. So in last week on Friday 27th of May, the G7, there is a news that G7 has agreed to decarbonize energy sector by 2035. This is what the G7 meeting was in Germany. So this was decided, and till that time Japan was the only one which had not yet agreed. But in this meeting, the Japan has also agreed. So that's kind of an agreement, formal agreement has happened, that they will not be, G7 countries will stop financing of the fossil fuel projects by 2025. That is what the agreement is. And what is the meaning of this? So that they want to phase out this coal, basically the power by the coal projects by 2035, and they want to stop financing fossil fuel projects by 2025. What is the impact of them? Now let me be little more direct about this stupid decision of G7. As I have been, if you are following me and my videos, my channel, long time you may have been watching that I have been telling that that what G7 or this industrialized nations or the developed, so-called developed nations are doing, this is all, I don't know from where they get this idea about this fossil fuel will be gone away, and you can save the as if the coal burning will produce 1,000 times more ashes, or what do you call that, harmful elements, than the burning by the gas or the burning by the oil. So I don't understand how the nature is going to differentiate between the carbon generated by coal and the carbon generated by gas or ammonia or oil. Okay, so in the sense there will be a carbon generation will happen, and environment anyway will, whatever will has to happen, that degeneration of environmental degradation will definitely will be there. There is no doubt about it. But the kind of magnitude and the brouhaha this G7 and industrialized nations are making, and so much wrong they have been proven. I mean, I had told about even before the starting of this conflict, Russia and Ukraine conflict. Even last year they are talking about phasing out in that COP26 conference, and some kind of a very ridiculous decisions these countries take, where that individual countries like UK, that minister had told that yes, we should stop all these things and we should invest into the projects, in the oil and gas projects inside the northern sea, in their own territory, so you can invest in your own territory and it doesn't create any pollution, or it is not bad for the environment. But you don't want to invest money into the projects, fossil fuel projects outside and you tell other people not to invest. So such a ridiculous kind of such a hypocritic stand this G7 or this developed world is taking. And this is where what today the situation of oil and gas, the prices of energy prices for coal, of even this food crisis and all these things, all this overall inflationary pressures which we are seeing in the world today, it's because of this stupid countries' decisions like G7 and all these things. Without thinking, I don't know who sits in their strategy and the policy making people who doesn't understand that how the world works, how the geography works, how the infrastructure and the world's growth depends on what is the next 20 years of decisions taking and how it is going to impact in today. We are already fighting with this COVID pandemic in last 2 years, and then this Ukraine-Russia conflict also started because of this so-called G7 or this kind of a European Union and USA. These are all these Western countries, some kind of a very strange kind of a decisions without understanding the geopolitical aspects and the impact of this on the full world. Now you look at what is happening in the poor countries or poor continents like Africa and Latin America. Already there is a huge problem of food and hunger. And also you have seen in the case of Sri Lanka, say Pakistan, Bangladesh, we will also see if it is this way continues. Even in countries like Thailand and everywhere you will see, even in Nepal, all these countries, the small countries with not much big economy and dependent on this basically on the imported energy, right? Whether it is coal, whether it is oil, whether it is gas, be irrespective of whatever it is, they will be hit more harder, and that is where their finances will be jeopardized much more. And this is all, it will bring more crisis for these countries. And overall, if more and more countries and the people get into the crisis mode, how we are going to see that the world will be stabilized and the market can rise or the growth can stabilize and we can see growth overall? It is not going to happen. So this is my, I don't know, this is why I just wanted to discuss this, that because of this kind of a this decision by G7, what it will do is that you will see, and they are forcing also country like India. India should not listen to. India has the abundant amount of coal. What it can do is that it can set up more coal washeries. Okay, because we have for the pollution and whatever the problems, ecological problems happens because of the dust. More because of this we have very dirty coal, it's called. So better put washeries so that it washes off all this dirt and also the sulfur and other things, and then use it for these things. So we should actually increase more investment into this coal gasification projects, coal washeries, and increase the production of coal, because we are otherwise as a country, India also will have very tough time fighting with this increased fossil fuel, overall fossil fuel cost and the prices. We have to be self-sufficient, and coal is our self-sufficiency. So we have to be self-sufficient into this by making more production and coal-based power plants increasing, by increasing the coal washeries projects, by increasing the coal mining and coal gasification projects. This is what the future for us. And also go for the go for the nuclear power projects, because overall when they talk about phasing out of this, so there will be more projects or there will be more usage of gas. If you want to phase out oil, then you will have to, gas is considered to be the environment friendly fossil fuel. So more projects about gas and uranium, means nuclear power projects. So what you will see is that alternatively, as I keep on telling in so many of my videos, if you look at in last 2 years of videos, you will find that I have been advocating this, and how much I have been proven right by by predicting that if you do like this way, then the alternative fuel energies, like if you try to put stop on the coal, then alternative fuel energy like gas, nuclear power and uranium, these prices will go up. Okay, so we are going to see we are going to be in an era of very high energy prices. Keep this in mind, because the way these Western nations and the industrialized nations are going about pushing their agenda, because they are high cost economy, they are already developed, so they want to phase out this projects, but they don't understand that the other developing countries and these economies cannot afford high energy prices which you can afford. And if you do like this way, this is going to destabilize the full world economy and the world market. This is, we are going to be in era. So as India as a leader should push back this kind of an agenda. It should stick to this own agenda of whatever, solar, hydel, nuclear, gas and coal. We will not be phasing out coal even by 2050-70. We have to depend on this, particularly in this era of high energy prices. So this will keep the energy prices, gas prices, uranium prices, oil prices on the boil, because they try to phase out coal. And so no new financing, as why the gas and oil production is not happening, increasing even after pushing and everything, because there has been no investment in last 5-7 years because of this so-called green agenda of developed nations. So their bankers and the financiers are reluctant to finance any of these investment projects, and that is why the declining of the production of oil and gas and fossil fuel is happening. And with this kind of decision, it is decline will be more, and because there won't be any investment into the new projects, there won't be production, will be keep on declining, and the prices will keep on going up. This is what, it's a very dangerous trend which we have to, as a India or as a investor, we have to understand. So that's why I wanted to analyze this and tell you the impact of this kind of a stupid decision. And also because of this kind of, and still that stability in the world is not there. So we can think about that this prices will stabilize. Prices are not going to. We are going to see much more worsening of the price situation, means increase in prices in the second half post July in the food prices, and also because there won't be any much this oil and gas prices are not going to be, because this Ukraine and Russia, it's not going to be, there will be some kind of a skirmishes going on. So that shipping and logistics prices will remain like this in the higher side, and because of that also we are not going to see that inflation coming down because of the energy, because this gas prices are going to remain up with this kind of G7 decisions. So gas, oil, all this coal prices are, energy prices are going to, and because of the basic energy, all the other commodities and all the other general everything, because energy is required for everything, whether it is for agriculture, whether it is for transportation, whether it is for manufacturing. So basic input cost is going to be increasing and remain on the high. So we are not going to see any let up in the inflation. Keep first thing. And that is where, when somebody is talking about that steel and the other sectors, that the export duty which is increased by India, government of India, that it's temporary for 1-2 months. I believe, this is my belief based on all this situation and understanding, is that we are not going to see the abolition of export duty on these metals and steel in next at least 6 months in this year, because the situation is going to remain volatile, energy prices are going to remain high, there will be more food crisis because of this continuing crisis, and because of that inflation is going to remain on the high, and that is where the government of India is not going to let up any change into this export duty. So as a sector or as a inflationary pressure, I would suggest that the growth also will be hampered, India's growth also, and the market overall will remain in a very bad volatile situation. So it is not a gung-ho about market. Yes, I am gung-ho about the energy sector, but the problem with playing energy sector in India is that we don't have actually any gas producer. Okay, and ONGC is inefficient, but still, there is no gas, or maybe Oil India, but Reliance is very negligible gas production. So the prices of and coal India is very inefficient. So unless until it increases the production and government allows it, so that is where I cannot play this energy. What do you call the energy theme in India on a very sustainable basis. That's what I just wanted to share my thoughts. But if you are, you can invest into anywhere, better invest into the energy sector, as I told you, in the coal, in the gas companies, in the oil, basically, okay, and even in the uranium companies or the nuclear power energy, because this is going to go up. All the prices of relatively going down. That's it from my side. I just wanted to share these thoughts with you. And till the time, next some update and the next some unique idea, unique concept, we will come and discuss that. Till that time, ciao. And love you all from Neeraj from Moscow. See you.